This was me an hour into my first cut. I had no idea if this could be salvaged, but by the end of this video, you'll see my exact progression of learning how to cut my own hair. How long does it take to learn? Will I look like a model, or am I just gonna look like I have leprosy? I don't have anywhere to be, no job interviews, no weddings I gotta attend. I don't mind putting in the reps. This is the time. Am I able to cut my own hair? All right, this is the bathroom setup for this haircut. This is the blast zone. I'm gonna be patient with it. I wanna nail this down. No rush here. We'll see how it goes. So the way I learned is I watched this guy's video like 85 million times, and my recommendation is to stick to just one tutorial for your whole learning process. You don't wanna switch it up between these guys. So this is a guy that I followed. Pick your own guy. But how did it actually go? Haircut number one. Just went with a fade. Did not touch the top. All right, so how am I feeling about this? I'm proud of myself for going through with the first haircut. Am I happy with what came out? Because I've been looking at the imperfections of this thing this whole time, I know everything that I felt like I missed. So I don't think it looks good. I definitely got lost with my guidelines. Like I had the guidelines in, and I completely lost track of what length they were, and eventually got to the point where I'm like, I feel like I'm just bringing the height up, and I don't have any more room to go. So I'll say the dexterity was definitely, it took some getting used to. And like my proprioception was off because of the mirror in a very unintuitive way. I only really calibrated to that about a third of the way through the cut. It's a full 2 hours. I was in front of the mirror for 2 hours getting this cut down. All that matters is I took this first shot. By haircut number 4, I'm gonna be a barber. All right, this is gearing up for attempt 2. The bathroom is looking crazy. It's a wild setup here. This time I have all the steps written. I've got a map of my guidelines so I don't get lost. I'm feeling way more optimistic about this one. All right, I just finished haircut number 2, got out of the shower, freshened up. This is what it's looking like. I'm happier with the beard than I am with the actual haircut. I don't know exactly if this looks better than the last time, but I felt way more competent in the haircut. I would grade myself for the first one. I'd give myself like a 40%. For this one, I'd give myself a 60. 60 is not where I want to stay, but for the second haircut, I think that's really good progress, at least with how I feel about it. I was able to stay on top of the guidelines, but here are the new challenges that I'm running into. I hate my mirror setup. Especially, I don't have my glasses on when I'm doing this, and so sometimes it's really far. The only piece of equipment that actually matters here is your mirror setup. I could have the best clippers in the world, I could have the best trimmer in the world. If I can't see my canvas, if I can't see what I'm working with, it doesn't matter what I have. I went through the first 2 cuts with this bizarre mad scientist setup. It shows in my hair, guys. All right, haircut number 3. So I used to have that mad scientist setup. Now I've got the 3-way mirror. And I have to say that on first impressions, I can already tell I should have done this a long time ago. I've got way better clarity. I mean, not just straight ahead, being able to walk up straight to the mirror, but I have so many options. So there's me here, there's me there, then there's me there, and then there's me over there. There's so many angles that I could be taking this. All right, what equipment did I use? First, I used these Wall Professional 5-star series cordless. You can read it. Guys, this was overkill. I did not need this barbershop quality. They sell some that are like half this price. Same with this trimmer. This trimmer, great for lining up the beard. I do recommend getting a trimmer. Doesn't have to be this pricey. And finally, the thing that pieces it all together, the 3-way mirror setup. You cannot skip out on this. All in all, I spent about $240 on this equipment. Could have been like $100, $120, but either way, after 4 self-cuts, considering I spend like $40, $50 a cut as it is, this is basically paid itself back. All right, haircut number 3 down. I'll give you a little tour here. So that's this side. I'm starting to blend the beard a little bit. The mirror setup was essential. I don't know why I didn't do this a long time ago. Changed the whole game. I'd probably put this one at a 75%. So a passing grade, definitely in like 2-3 days, it'll just grow in and blend itself. So not too worried. The top is getting a little out of control. Again, I didn't touch this. I'm probably gonna treat myself to like get a birthday cut to get the top taken care of, and I'll just get the guy get it. Be like, yo, destroy this thing. Get it super short so I have months of runway. Yeah, I feel like I almost look forward to this now. Like I want to get better at the craft.
Is this going to take years for you to become a sufficiently good barber? Cutting your own hair is not universally harder in every single aspect. A little way through this challenge, I offered my brother like, hey, let me line up and trim your sides for you if you'd like. And he was excited about that. I'm like, it's gotta be easier than doing my own hair. What you don't realize is that by cutting your own hair, you're becoming an expert in your own head. His hair is different in these subtly different ways that actually made it more challenging. And I was surprised. I was like, man, I wish you had my head. If you had my head, I would be able to kill this haircut.
Haircut number 4 is done. Let me show you. Let me show you what we got. This side right here. This and trying to twirl flip back for you. I'm starting to understand what's going on a deeper level. You know, before, at first, I was flailing all over the place. I didn't know the guidelines. I was losing track of all the lengths. Then I was starting to keep up a bit. Now it's starting to feel like I can actually analyze and self-assess. Like, hey, this guideline's a little too short here. It's not symmetrical there. Maybe in the next cut, I should try this differently. How do I feel about the cut specifically? Not the journey, this specific cut. Okay. I have the trust that it's going to look just fine in a day or two. This cut, I think, was a bit... It was not more timely. I think it's still like an hour and a half, hour 45. So, still taking a long time.
Going forward, I feel confident in being able to handle my own fades. I'll probably just have barbers touch up the top because that's a bit more challenging. Get that done every like 3 to 4 months.
All right, let me give you my breakdown of how I felt about each one of these cuts. So first, very jagged. The lines are not good. It's not smooth. It's quite high in the back, and nothing's been done with the beard. If we go with the next one, my skin is several shades lighter. I don't know why, but the shape is not quite as jagged, and there's at least an attempt to fade in the beard. I tried to blend it in with the clipper. So the next one, I got the trimmer, and guys, look at the beard. Impeccable. Not only because of the trimmer, in fact, not much of it is due to the trimmer. It's to do with the three-way mirror. The three-way mirror lets me see the sides, line it up way, way better. And as for the hair, it just looks cleaner, man. Slight guidelines I can see, but I get a much better shape, especially in the back. Gets more towards a drop fade. I'd say this one looks similar to the last one. Not a massive improvement here. If anything, I actually do like the third haircut better. And finally, we have an actual barber. As you can see, incredibly smooth blend for the fade. No sense of guidelines. But the beard, I actually prefer how I do my beard. If I can get the rest of my hair to look how my beard looks, I'm going to be very, very happy. I don't know if that'll take 5 more cuts, 10 more cuts, but I am on that journey. And then finally, here's a comparison between the first cut and then my favorite cut, cut number 3. That's a progression. Is it a progression of skill, or is it just the purchase of the three-way mirror? I'll let you decide.
But the ultimate parting message that I want to leave you with is this. I went into this because I wanted to look sharp. I wanted to look better. I wanted to feel better about who I was and how I walked through the world. However, that moment where I raise the clipper and it's go time, I have to commit. There's no going back. Once I start the cut, I can't just stop. I'm either buzzing the whole thing or I'm going the distance. It takes so much self-trust. Make no mistake, there's no reason your first cut should look good. I don't care how much you've studied, the equipment that you have, you've got the three-way mirror set up. You've never cut your own hair before. It's not supposed to look immaculate. And the question is, how are you going to talk to yourself the whole time through? Are you going to be patient with yourself, have grace, be proud of the experience? Or are you going to be disappointed, talking down to yourself, and just frustrated at the mistakes? You're going to have to be your friend through this haircut, because otherwise it is not coming out well. If you try to rush any of this, or if you get frustrated and just like Hail Mary the thing, it will not look good. The self-care. It truly is caring for the self, and it's going to be so much more fulfilling than an actual barber trip if you're willing to put in the time. If you want to know more about cutting hair, I don't have that for you. But if you want to know what it's like to go through biphasic sleep, sleeping like a caveman, click on this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.